So, have you ever rushed something because you wanted a quick and fast result? I want you to tell me how that resulted. Like, what happened after? In today's topic, I just wanted to talk about how if you rush it, you ruin it. Okay, so what does that mean? There's so many times in my life, personally, where I have rushed something because I felt like it was the right thing to do, and I thought that it's what I needed, and I thought that it's the most efficient way to get what I needed, which in our head, that makes sense. But in today's video, I want you to really sit there and think of the last time you rushed something, and you rushing it, what happened? I'll give you a good example. When you rush something, you make a mistake. You regret your decision. You're not happy with the decision. So for instance, you date someone, okay, because you felt the need to have your first partner. Where did you mess up? Because you're already rushing it. Why? Your reasoning does not make sense. Because if you were ready, and if you did it the right way, you'd wait for you to be able to be ready to date somebody, and your reasoning wouldn't be because you felt the need to have a partner. Your reasoning would be because you are physically, mentally, and in every shape and form ready to be involved with somebody else. So when you rush something, you ruin it. What does that even mean, right? Like I said, the first thing that will happen is you're going to make a mistake. You're not going to be happy with the decision that you made, and you're certainly not going to be happy with what you now have. So the second thing with that is that we need to understand that things that actually matter, and things that we love, and things that we want to have in our life needs to be worth us dedicating our time and energy on. So that means that it's actually quality over quantity, and it's quality over efficiency. So what that means is that the longer it takes for you to get the thing, and I want you to truly understand what that means. Just because I'm saying to you, the longer you wait for you to get the thing that you want, it doesn't actually mean that. What that means is, when you accept that you need to just let the process happen, and that you have to actually work hard and dedicate yourself to the thing to get there, once you lock that in your brain and you truly understand it, and you're doing it with that intention, it could be a year, 2, 6 months, the thing will happen because you are now fully involved, and you are fully in it, and you're not just doing it because of an excuse or a reason. So yes, you have to go in it thinking that it may take a long time, but the thing is, you have to be okay with that. You need to be okay with the fact that it might take a long time, because it's actually worth it, because you're actually okay with dedicating yourself to it. So like I said earlier, the thing that we actually really truly want to do in this life should be worth us dedicating our full energy in. So with that, you can't just expect to put in a meal a bunch of different things and expect it to be the most incredible meal you've ever had in your whole entire life. Why? Well, because you just did that out of nowhere. It's an instant cook. It's not a thoughtful cook. What that means is that you actually just was mindlessly just doing whatever you can to get the food. Is it going to be something? Yes, it's going to be something. You're going to have something to eat. Is it going to be the best thing that the best meal that you've ever had? Probably not, because you just didn't take your time on it. Versus you cook a meal, you actually take your time on it, you learn how to do it, you follow the ingredients that's needed for that meal, you will come up with something It may not be, again, the most incredible thing, but it will be much better and much more of a good quality than the meal that you made with you mixing a bunch of different things. So, like I said, as simple as that, like quality over quantity. Some of us are out here trying to rush relationships, trying to rush our careers, trying to rush how we can get to the top. And I'll give you a perfect example of this. Some of these influencers out here, and please, I'm giving you this example because it is truly like one thing that I'm scared of, has always been scared of when I started out. And honestly, this has never been my intention ever, and I don't think it will ever be. But some of these influencers out here, and you know, bless their heart, like maybe this is just what they need to do and that's fine. But some of them are out here and they're doing everything and anything to get to the top. So what that means is that like literally they're just hopping on any trend that's on, or any viral video or whatever it is. They're just hopping on it, they're getting on that train, and then they don't even know where that train is leading to, because YouTube or the algorithm is gonna mix them into something and then come up with a category or like come up with a product that they have to now deliver. And they don't even know they did that. They didn't even know, because they just were doing anything and anything to hop on a train, and now they're on it, they don't know where it's going. So that means that now they have to deliver. They have to deliver, and they most likely at the end are not going to be happy with what their decision was, because it's not what the kind of content they want to create, right? If I'm a travel vlog creator and I posted a viral video of me interviewing in public, and the algorithm now thinks that I'm an interviewer or I'm someone who's gonna do interviews, I'm not gonna want to do that. I want to go travel. So therefore I have to create content and take my time with how to do that for me to learn how to do it, so that I can be a travel vlog person or channel or whatever. So with that, what you need to understand is this thing that you really want to work on needs to be worth your time and your energy. So that's why it's important that you make a decision and stick to it, right? So quality over quantity and quality over efficiency, you guys, any day. And this can be even for work. If I'm trying to rush to the top, I promise you it ain't gonna work, because yes, I can get somewhere, but you're gonna be full of regret too. By the way, like you're gonna be like, I wish I had taken my time in this position. If I'm in a certain position and I'm trying to get to something better, I want you guys to think about what's in front of you, right? Please master that first, because now you're an expert at that thing. So then now when you get to that thing, it's easy and you want to go to the next one, and it becomes easier by time, because you put all of your effort in that one position that you had, and now you're like an expert at it. So therefore you can be put anywhere. That skill will not be taken from you, because you have mastered it and you are the expert in that skill. So therefore your growth is going to be unstoppable and you're going to be on top, versus you just trying to skip around and you're at the top now and you don't know what you're doing, or you end up getting fired, or you end up not qualifying for the job because you just skipped around and you thought it was the best thing to do. And trust me, some people get lucky, and I don't know how they get away with that, but it's about your moral and it's about your values, right? What do you value? Do you value you actually working hard to get what you want, or do you value like just doing whatever to get there quick? Some people are okay with that, and bless their heart. If that's them, let them do them. But who are you is the question. The last point that I want to make is that the thing that you thought was going to take a really long time to do now, after you rushed it and you did it, it's going to take even longer later for you to do. So that means you're having to like rebuild everything, redo everything, and you're having to go through it in the longer route. So why would you do that to yourself when you can just take your time now? Commit yourself into something and truly like love that thing, fall in love with it. Like that's kind of like the concept that I had to learn for myself when it comes to like being in movies and stuff like that. I really had to like understand the concept of like, if I want to be in movies in the future one day, or a model, whatever, or a dancer, whatever, I need to do the work right now. What that means is that I need to get into like any place around locally, like any theater place that are happening, so that I can understand how theater works and I can fall in love with the art, so then I can become a movie star if I ever wanted to be that. For me, it's more about the art than it is about the movies, because so every time I watch a movie, there's this feeling that I get I cannot explain to you guys. So that means that like I love the art, I love the beauty of acting, and that is what I love about acting. And so because of that, I have to continuously remind myself, like, it's not about you becoming an actress and being famous, it's actually about the art and if you love the art or not. And that can go for anything. That can go for writing, that can go for reading, because in this such a instant world that we live in, it's so easy to watch something and be like, I want to be that, I want to do that, I want to do this. Oh, okay, let's find the quickest way to get there. It's very easy to do that, which is why today I want you to really ask yourself, whatever it is that you're interested in, are you actually interested in it because you're interested and it's what you want to do and it's where you see yourself, or you're interested because if you think it's what everyone else is doing and you want to get there in the quickest way possible? Which one is it? I want you to really ask yourself that. But I think that's all the points that I wanted to make today. This was a very quick one, and I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Before we end the video, I'm just gonna summarize this whole thing. You need to fully involve God in this, okay? Your key is involving God in this. If you are the creation and you have a creator, you have to get to know God. And let me give you an example of what I mean by this. So for instance, if I want to have a relationship with God, I have to get to know God. And on the other end of that, what awaits me is freedom. And so what that means is that, you know, my time with Christ is very important to me, and I'm nowhere near where I need to be with my faith right now. And, you know, every day I'm wanting to get closer to God, you know, continue to obey Him and, you know, truly walk with Him and have Him lead me in the way that I'm supposed to be going. Yes, I have all those things right now, but I'm nowhere near where I want to be. So that means that I have something to look forward to. I can sit here and try to rush my relationship with God, and by the way, that's just impossible. Even if you try to rush it, you're not gonna really, like, other than maybe you posting a bunch of, like, you know, Instagram quotes saying, you know, or verses, or, you know, you make it look like you really believe in God and everybody is now convinced that, like, you believe in God and, you know, you have a great relationship with God. Other than that, there's really no way, because God knows and you know, and there's no other way around it. So but my relationship with God is very important to me, and like I said, I'm nowhere near where I want to be, but I'm working towards that, and it's an everyday commitment that I have to continuously remind myself of, that, like, if I want to really, really be close to Him, like, He's always going to be close to me, but it's all about me and how I keep straying away from Him, right? So if God is always there and I'm continuing, you know, in my life, as I go through life, I keep like getting lost, He's always there. So that means that I have to remind myself every day that it's a relationship. By the way, any relationships that you have in your life, you may be sitting there and thinking, like, why is this relationship not working, whatever. The first relationship you need to master before anything is your relationship with Christ, and all the other relationships will fall into place when your relationship with Him is straight. From my past relationships, what I understood is that, like, my relationship with Christ needs to be straight before my relationship with my family, or my relationship with my friends, or my relationship with my colleagues is good. So ultimately, Christ is the only way. And if you are trying to get somewhere, ask Him to give you patience, ask Him to give you discernment, and ask Him to really, really help you and guide you to where you need to get to, because during this time it can be very frustrating and you're gonna want to give up and all these things. But if you have Christ, and you know, you have your relationship with him and you truly seek him, he's going to give you all the patience in the world. And I promise you, my relationship with Christ is probably one of my biggest accomplishments ever. And I'm not trying to boast, I promise I'm not, but it's one of the most incredible like accomplishments that I have, that I'm proud of. Like truly, like I feel like when I had that, I'm still growing, but when I had that figured out in a way, and when I came to that realization, is the day that my life completely changed, and the day that I feel like I'm actually part of something bigger, because now I have purpose and I have a reason to live, and I understand that it's through Christ that I can ever accomplish anything, and it's through Christ that I can find my purpose. So that is all the things that I wanted to talk about in this video. I really hope this video was helpful to you. I really like the scenery, actually. I don't know if the audio is going to be good. I feel like my positioning was incredibly horrible, but at least you get to see my face and me speak, so hopefully you were able to understand everything I said. I don't know if the audio is going to be good at all, but I will probably edit this and see how it goes. I hope you learned something here. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I love you guys, and I will probably see you on my next video.